Yes, you already know who it is. Two of the best bad guys in the biz. I go by the name of Steph Ronan. That's my main man, Aaron McKee.
What up, y'all?
And we are your 404 HEELZ. And we'd like to welcome you to Word on the Street, sponsored by Woo Energy Drink.
Ooh, sorry for the delay, y'all. I got a new job. Schedule's been fucking crazy. But
we still coming with that content for y'all anyway.
Let's start with Rampage Jackson, son, the indie. Everyone's been talking. We finally getting together. Let's have some opinions. I think his name is Raja Jackson. He's involved in an indie thing. We see the video before. He gets hit with a can. We don't know if that's a work shoot. We don't know what's going on right there. We don't know nothing. A lot of people at work, we was talking about it. They was like, well, that was a fake can. I was like, guys, they're not going to use a fucking fake can. It's a real can, guys. It's not a staged can. But anyway, we get some backstage segments. We get someone saying you got to get your receipt. You got to do this. Raja Jackson gets in the ring and beats the brakes off this motherfucker. What was your first reaction when you saw this video?
Fuck him. Like, yeah. When I first saw that shit, I was filled with rage because if you watch the video, Psycho Stu is the victim here. He gave his body to Raja because there was supposed to be a work. He was supposed to jump in the ring. So in his mind, he's still thinking, oh, it's a work. So he gave his body up to him to pick him up, scoop slammed him. His head hit the back off that canvas and he was knocked out cold. And down rained 23 punches 23? From this punk ass boy.
23?
23.
Connecting on probably 21 of them jobs, bro. Bro, so when you first saw it, you're like, this man deserves to go to jail.
When I first saw it, I was like, first of all, I'm disappointed in the other wrestlers, the referees. It took them so long to get them peeled off.
And then they were scared. Bro. I was like, bro, you got to jump on this man. You got to do this. The ref was just like, bro. So we get some people that come out. Rob Van Dam. Who else did you say came out? Mark Henry. And said there's blame to go around for everyone. How you feel about that?
To a certain extent, there is blame to go around for everybody, but to a certain extent. And I'm talking about as far as who set this up, who told him this work. Your boy, one of the wrestlers, or whatever his name was.
My boy, don't say my boy.
No. I'm saying in general.
I said I don't know this man.
No. Just in general. Old boy. What's his name? With the cowboy hat. He's the one who told him. He said, "Get your receipt." He's the one who kind of hyped him up. But then I saw a clip of the video where Raja was talking to the camera and he said, yeah, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to get my lip back, man. But
when he was on the phone in the crowd, right? When he's on the phone in the crowd. Yeah.
He said he going to do that shit for real. So this was premeditated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, there is blame to go around. The sole blame needs to go on that boy. Okay. And the number one blame needs to go to Rampage Jackson. Okay.
Don't blame the dad for the son's crimes, bro.
I'm going to tell you why. Whatever Rampage Jackson did you just hear the interview where Rampage Jackson said, I got 4 kids. I got 2 Japanese kids, two black kids. And he said, for the Japanese kids, I put away money for their college funds. For my black kids, I put money away for their fucking bail bond.
Yeah.
What? So can you imagine the type of parenting that he put into this young boy's head? And he's trying to prove himself to his pops. That's all he was trying to do.
Yeah.
He thought he can go in there and show out. But man, he damn near killed a man.
Yeah.
You understand? So those actions isn't justified. I think young man needs to go ahead and spend some time behind bars. How many years? I'm not the justice system. I don't know. But I think he needs a lesson that needs to be learned for real. Because if he gets off, he's going to get... He's going to do it again. And guess what the fuck was going on this weekend? Somebody hired this motherfucker to appear at an indie pro wrestling show. What?
You gotta, while the fire's burning, you gotta light that match. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta strike with the skillet.
Yeah. But my thing, I forget what it was. I forget the court case. But like, I think there's like this gray area with when you're in the wrestling ring. Because you're like, I'm playing a character. That was my character in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is Rikishi's promotion, right? His indie promotion.
Yep.
And WWE dropped him from the WWE ID. But I feel I hear word on the street is WWE's getting rid of that whole thing in general. Probably too much liability across the board. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but man, bro, I don't know what the outcome's gonna be. Does it? Because I think that thing with like I was playing a character in the ring. That's who I was. Like it's a huge gray area. It depends on how good his lawyer is. And I saw Rampage watching it. His first reaction when he saw the video. I think he was with that YouTuber Neon. I think his name is. I don't know, the bald guy with the glasses that does a lot of stuff, super popular. And Rampage's first thing was like, well, you know, sometimes they do that hardcore shit in wrestling. And I was like, that's true too. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many gray areas with this. I don't know if he's really going to get prosecuted, bro. I don't think he is.
Well, I mean,
there's so much gray.
There is, and that's the whole thing. There is a lot of gray area in this, but like, what is your personal thoughts about this incident? Like, when you saw that shit, like, what
took it too far. One punch, cool. Then you got to throw the ones that are, you know, barely hitting them. Not, you know, like he took it too far. He definitely took it too far. We've never seen anything like this, really, right? I mean, no. I'm sure I'm wrong. There might be somewhere a real fight. Like we've seen, you know, like what was it? Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax kind of throw some jabs in there. Yeah. We saw Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman throw some jabs in there, you know, but nothing to where this dude is not. He was knocked out cold when he got slammed.
Right.
Cold. Right. Cold. And just bah. But damn, bro. I don't know. So
that means he was defenseless. He was defenseless, knocked out cold, and he still mollywopped that boy to oblivion.
So, but he's defenseless in the ring, which is, was he there's no way it was all, he was connected, but people are going to be online being like, this whole thing was a work. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. There's some gray areas, bro. So and Rob Van Dam, Mark Henry blames all across the board. And I'm like, I get that too, because you brought this person who's never been in professional wrestling into a professional wrestling ring.
Right.
Mistake number one.
Right. Right. So, but at what point do you take accountability, like as a human being? Like,
yeah, for sure.
My grandfather always told me, he said, you never kick a man when he's down.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? He's like, because if you're going to fight with some honor, have some dignity about it. If you want to sneak fight, we can do anybody can win a fight when they sneak fight. So the simple fact that Psycho Stu was knocked the fuck out from the slam, and then he still rained down 23 of them haymakers on him.
Yeah. And my thing was too, like, Psycho Stu knew it was still a shoot when he got picked up.
Right.
Because if you get picked up, you gonna fight back. He wasn't fighting back. He's like, go ahead and slam me, young fella. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a work. He thought it was a work.
Yeah. He knew, bam, like, bro, it's crazy, bro. It's great, bro. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in a long time.
But I mean, it filled me with anger because you don't do shit like that, bro.
Yeah.
And then you sit here, and then I heard his response afterwards. It was a video with him talking to his dad. He was like, oh, we're going to get through it. You know, it's going to blow over and stuff. Like, there is no remorse in what he did. And that's the thing I can't, bro. You damn near killed the man with your bare hands.
Yeah.
You understand? It don't take much to kill somebody when they're knocked out and you rocking them like that because your brain, there's only so much you can take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, I blame the wrestlers for not peeling him off of him sooner.
That was the craziest part to me, how long it took them. And then when the first dude got in there, he was kind of getting overpowered by this young fella too, bro. I was like, God, restrain this man.
Somebody should have came in that motherfucker and kicked him dead in his face. Bam! Right in the face, get him off. He would have got off real quick. I'm talking about just straight in the nostrils. Boom in the nose bone. Like, somebody should have did that, but no, everybody standing around like,
yeah,
bro, like he's hitting this dude for real. Y'all, bro, come on.
I like to play devil's advocate in all situations because that's my personality. But think about like all the other that's just how I am, bro. I always like to just see the other side.
Right.
Think about all the times a fan jumped in the ring or something, or the one that attacked Seth Rollins or whatever. They mollywop the shit out of him, bro.
Yeah.
And nothing happens. Is that still assault? It's got to be, right?
Because once you cross that railing, you're in their lands. So I'm going to tell you something. Take it from a former security guard for the Atlanta Falcons who stood sideline. We were told, if anybody jumps on this field, it's fair game. You can do whatever you want to do to restrain them. I mean, you can fuck them up. And I was like, what you mean fuck them up? He said, if anybody jumps down this field, fuck them up. I was like, so I won't get charged? He's like, no, because it's on the ticket. When you purchase the ticket, if you jump onto this field, we're not liable to what happens to you once you do. So, bro. So
shit, they hiring? They hiring?
Shit. You don't want
I
that
remember.
job, bro.
I remember in the Army, bro. I remember in the Army, bro. We had the gas chamber where we go in with our gas mask on. We got to take it off. We have to say like our name, our social. We have to say the Army creed or whatever, bro. And the drill sergeants before we go in, they say they remind us so many times. They're like, "This is the one time we're allowed to put our hands on you." They just kept reiterating that to us.
Really?
Yeah, my boy. I think his name was Montesino, bro. He was I think he was Mexican. He might have been El Salvadorian, bro. He was not about that gas, bro. He was not liking it. And these motherfuckers just picked him up and put him against the wall. It was so funny. But that's what the drill sergeants reiterated to us every time. This is the one time we can lay our hands on y'all. So y'all better act right. But
Wow.
bro, crazy shit, bro.
Wow.
But on a lighter note, we'll go to our second word on the street topic. Will Ospreay, neck injury, right?
Yep.
And we'll touch on this with a fan question a little later. But WWE athletes reached out to one Will Ospreay, people he's never even talked to before, asked him if he's okay. Does he need a doctor? Does he need this? Does he need that, bro? There's not that much. Yeah, there's not that much. That's what I read. Word on the street. Could be fake, could be real. You know, we don't really know if it's real or fake here on Word on the Street, but this is what I heard. I read it. WWE athletes reached out. They didn't say which athletes, to Will Ospreay just to make sure he was good. Just checking on your boy.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's good shit, right?
That's called planting the seed for when your contract is up.
Bro, I thought the same thing, bro.
We want you to jump ship. That's what that is, because they know how good Will Ospreay is. See, again, I don't think they always knew Will Ospreay was good because they wanted to sign him. He was in the bidding war for Will Ospreay, but he decided to go to AEW for a plethora of reasons. Because
of travel. Would let him.
Right, because I think he did say if he would have had to go to the E, they would have to move to Florida and start at NXT and do all this. And he said it wasn't about that life. And he don't need to, bro. He's a veteran. You mean to tell me a person that sold out been in the Tokyo Dome? That's why Will Ospreay says, like, WrestleMania is cool, but I've been in the Tokyo Dome. I've seen mad people. He was just at Forbidden Door. He's seen mad people. So that allure is not there no more because WWE ain't the only big show in town anymore. So he went to AEW. But I guarantee you, the WWE athlete that reached out to him and asked him, "Are you cool? You need a doctor? You need this and that." This is all. You know what I'm saying? Trying to wet they beat for when Ospreay's contract is up.
And dude, there's certain people in AEW I want to come to WWE, and Will Ospreay's not one of them. And this is the reason why. They would put restraints on Will Ospreay. Yeah. Who's gonna bang with Will Ospreay in the WWE ring?
Nobody.
A Chad Gable, a Penta who was in WWE, a Ray. Like, could you imagine a Will Ospreay versus Roman Reigns match? It's not going to be a Will Ospreay match. It's going to be a Roman Reigns match. Bro, I love my tribal chief. You know what I'm saying? I love his matches. It's going to make me not like Will Ospreay.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really think it's the opponents is where it's going to be a problem with. I think it's the standardized pacing that a WWE match must be performed in order for it to be standardized by the E. That's what I think the problem is. I think he can have a bunch of great matches with fucking Finn Balor. He could probably have a great match with Dominic Mysterio. The heat that Dom can get. He can have a great match with Dragunov.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But playing devil's advocate again, because that's what I do. WWE is, every now and again, we see a little sprinkle of those AEW matches within the WWE TV viewing, bro. We see it sometimes, bro.
Let's talk about it. The one thing I'm pretty sure you're referring to is the Dragon Lee and the JD McDonough match.
Yeah,
right.
We're seeing sprinkles of it, bro.
But even then, that shit was short.
Yeah, short.
It was incredibly short. You know, they're not gonna let them bang for long. That's the motto of the WWE. We do not want you to bang because we know you can hang, but we ain't trying to pay on them doctor bills. That's what they saying. That's what they doing, bro. That's what they doing. But see, like I said, and I seen one of the YouTubers or streaming guy, Ringside Renaissance. He's like, he thinks his own volition is because he ranted about we need more matches like Dragon Lee and JD McDonough because it was in the tag match week before, and he said they listened to me. Look what they did.
No, they didn't listen to you, bro.
They ain't listen to you, bro. I promise you that. So you feeling yourself a little bit too much, my guy.
Yeah.
But listen, they do. That's what makes me frustrated with the E. They have big time hitters that can go in that ring, and the pacing can be like this and looks more realistic than what they that slow ass pace they go at. But they don't let them do it because the E is letting everybody know we're not a pro wrestling company. We're a sports entertainment company. And we're going to show you every time we get a chance, we're going to do this. Now, if someone goes to one of these WWE households and you listen to the 404 Hills podcast, please let us know, is the pacing the same as the TV matches or is it different?
Bro, and that brings me to another word on the street, bro, honestly, because Cedric Alexander was on a podcast and he said, remember, what was it, 205 before SmackDown or whatever?
Yes.
So he said they moved 205 from starting SmackDown before they went to TV to after SmackDown went on TV because of Vince McMahon. Because Cedric said him, Buddy Matthews, Mustafa Ali would do so many banging matches before SmackDown came out. And then Randy Orton would come out and cut a promo and the crowd just wasn't into it because they just got on this high with the Cedric match, the Buddy Matthews match, the Mustafa Ali match. So Vince was like, hey, man, we can't do that before SmackDown. We got to do it after SmackDown. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
So that's crazy to me that they have and even like Swerve talked about it in his Vlad TV interview. He was like, bro, I just brought the house down in a non-televised match. And you're telling me to go practice my arm drags in NXT. Yeah, like at the Performance Center. Yep. So it's just like, I do feel WWE is getting more to letting those matches be on TV. You know what I'm saying? The Dragon Lees, when Dragunov comes back, we'll see what happens. But like, do you see, like, because even AEW we've talked about, they're getting more storyline oriented. So like, are we seeing both companies become each other?
We're seeing both companies trying to prove they can do what the other one does.
Yeah.
This is what we're trying to see.
That's what you think? They're just trying to one-up each other?
Yeah, they're just trying to one-up each other. And the thing is, I think AEW at this point is like, they are so comfortable in their skin. They know what, like, I've never seen AEW be so laser focused, so consistent with their shows, with their programming, everything. The E right now, I feel like they're kind of all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they don't know if they want to do more AEW matches or want to keep it the same as WWE matches. And you know, sometimes their pacing of the shows is not good. You'll get like 8 promos, then a commercial, then an entrance, and then a commercial, and then the other person comes out, and then I don't, bro. It's very easy for me to lose concentration watching the WWE show because there's so much advertising and then commercial and then 30-second commercial. Then it's like, God dang, can you just stay right here for a little bit?
I do like my WWE already pre-recorded. That way I can fast forward through all that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That way it's like, get it out the way.
Just like I like my football games.
Yeah, that's going to be my new Sundays, bro. I haven't worked this Sunday in forever, but that's going to be a new thing for me, bro.
I'm going to tell you something. The benefits of this, being a diehard fan like I know you are, one thing I learned, I was like, I'm glad I do have a DVR of these games because my nerves used to be wrecked when it's a close game and it's a timeout and it's commercials. I'm like, come on with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to wait for that shit. You just fast forward,
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Hell yeah. I just got to ignore the TV behind me. You know what I'm saying?
Just ignore it, man.
Yeah. All right, bro. So we'll go to a forbidden door topic right here, right now. And Booker T says the reason he doesn't watch AEW at all is because of Forbidden Door spot where my guys, the Young Bucks, pulled out the bag of tacks and it was gummy bears.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he said it's just that's the reason he doesn't watch AEW. I love Booker T.
Was he serious?
Yes, bro. He was serious. He was like, but I was like, okay, so if you don't watch AEW, you don't get why there was gummy bears in that bag. It's because the Young Bucks probably wanted tacks in that bag, but they're not the elite no more. So we're going to give you whatever we want. and we put gummy bears in it. And all I could think, and I love WWE, but all I could think was when Drew McIntyre and CM Punk had a cage match and there wasn't tacks in the bag. They were beads from a bracelet in the bag.
Oh, good
and
point.
I'm just like,
good point.
What is the difference, Booker T? What's the difference?
Good point.
Storyline dictated the gummy bears. Maybe gummy bears was a bad decision. But storyline dictated the beads in the bag. What's the difference? How do you feel about
I
it?
think Booker T got a couple of his mistakes. I think he needs to not say stuff unless he knows the whole facts. And I feel like
if you don't watch the product, how can you comment on the product?
Exactly. But I saw online the whole inside joke with the gummy bears was a callback to what happened years ago with the Bucks. It was a callback. I can't give you the details because I really didn't indulge in too much into it. But that was a callback. Just like the whole match was a callback. The Bop, that was like their first entrance theme music when they first came into the industry. Yeah, the Hanson brothers.
Bro, Kenny Omega was vibing to it, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everything makes sense, but if you don't know the history, it's gonna throw you off. And that Booker T, look, let me tell you something. Booker T is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Like he's actually on my Mount Rushmore.
All time, bro.
Right? He's on one of my Mount Rushmore wrestlers. He needs to stop, man. He's getting paid from WWE. We understand you're on LFG, you're on NXT. I understand that, but damn, you don't have to beat down the other company if you don't understand it. But then he sit here and say, I don't watch AEW because the gummy bears are the bag, right? Well, then what about fucking Finn Balor puppet versus Mr. Iguana puppet? What about that shit?
Yeah.
What about that?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Man. Come on, bro, that was horrible.
That was, bro, I hate it. Anything with Mr. Iguana, I'm like, nope.
yeah, turn him off, bro. He ain't it for me. I will never be like, yeah, he did some things. Nah. I can't see that. Nah.
Yeah.
But Booker T needs to calm down, bro.
Yeah.
And again, what do we always say on the 404 Heels podcast? At the end of the day, it's pro wrestling.
Yeah.
What do you want?
And what's different about us, we'll criticize WWE, we'll praise WWE. We'll criticize AEW, we'll praise AEW.
Right.
Because we watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're going to sit here and be like, that's why I don't watch, but you don't know the backstory that they lost their EVP status. They've been getting these shitty entrances. They've got little flares, just one little whoo when they come in instead of, you know what I'm saying? Like they're changing their names. They got to dress in closets. Like that's part of the story that he wouldn't know because if all you see when you're watching AEW is that spot with the gummy bears, you're like, this is dumb as hell. Dumb as hell.
You're nitpicking.
Yeah. But if you watch the last 3 months from the last pay-per-view or month and a half of the last pay-per-view, you're like, oh, that makes sense. They wanted tax. They didn't get tax. They got gummy. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
No, it makes sense. It goes with the storyline of them not having that power anymore. And you think what's supposed to happen isn't there. Bag full of tax. Now I get a bag full of gummy bears. So that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. Booker, he lost his sense of humor or something, bro. This is a man who had he's well known for a fucking grocery store fight with Stone Cold. That shit was hilarious as fuck.
That's what they said online. They were like, you talking shit and you got fucking milk poured on you. You got flour in your face in a grocery store, bro. That's what the internet, the AEW sickos, if you will, retaliated to Booker T. They're like, bro, you had a fight in a grocery store.
I mean, come on. Booker T knows better than that, bro. Like I said, he's getting paid by the E. His loyalty lies with the E. He's always said that, the biggest show in town. This is one thing I have to disagree with Book with. This is his undying loyalty to the acronyms of WWE.
You getting that paycheck though, bro.
I understand, but at the same time, Booker T act like he doesn't have his own wrestling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Booker T act like if he don't get a paycheck from WWE, that he ain't get no more money. Stop it, Bucks.
That WWE money's good though, bro. That WWE money's good.
Somebody told me that AEW money real good.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah, and that brings us transition. We have Jack Swagger on the CVV. The money was good in WWE, But he says he doesn't miss a chance to say, fuck Tony Khan. That's what he said on CVV. And then he went into this whole, we had boys only meeting. Tony Khan came in. He cussed everyone out. He told Sting he'll put him in a 4-man tag match, blah, 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 blah. And then we had an AEW employee who's still an employee, Dax. Very outspoken fella. I love his tweets. But he basically told Jack Swagger he was bullshitting. And then Jack Swagger, kind of did an apology online as well? Like,
oh, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. So how do you feel about this situation, Big Dog?
Jack Swagger sounds like sour grapes. That's all he sounds like. He sounds like he should be resigned to AEW. Bro, first of all, you wasn't even used. You wasn't even utilized like that. And I cannot even remember a time when anybody said, hey, we're going to watch AEW because I want to tune into Jack Hager.
Yeah.
No. Let me tell you something.
Was he Jack Hager in AEW?
Because man, I don't even remember, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't even remember what his stage name was in AEW. You understand? That's how irrelevant he was, you know?
Yeah.
And the simple fact that he sit here and said all that, and then Dax came and corrected him. He said, yes, there was a locker room only meeting. Yeah. No, Tony Khan didn't come in hoofing and boofing. And we never had a match that, like, he said, all that shit was lies. Yeah. And then here comes Jack and Jax.
And then he said Dak and Wheeler, he said we were scheduled week after week after week, which they are.
We showed up. That's what it was. We showed up to everything. He said, I'm sorry, I must have got confused. Like, he showed the whole text
with
message.
Who? This bald motherfucker, you know what he looks like.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the funny shit about this shit. I guarantee you, man. Look, I told you, we talked about it last week. This is how good AEW is doing. Now you got people come out the woodwork trying to start up fake ass locker room stories. You got people who used to work for AEW want to shit on them. And I guarantee you WWE is some way in some shape, form, or fashion is reaching out to these guys. Can you put any dirt on AEW? Because AEW is hot right now. And it's been hot since 2025. It is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. This product is... Matter of fact, I have never seen so many people says, I'm an AEW newbie. That's the thing on the internet, AEW newbie. And they say they started watching 1 or 2 weeks, they fall in love with this shit. Because you know why? Because AEW is pro wrestling at its core.
Yeah.
It's not sports entertainment. And that's not a knock on sports entertainment. I'm just saying, we all fell in love with pro wrestling with the WWF because that was wrestling. Now they changed the sports entertainment. We had to find something else. And AEW is pro wrestling. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't understand. There's enough for everybody to go around. They talked about it, the Wrestling Palooza and the fucking All Out, right? Everybody keeps saying,
is it all in or all out? All out.
All out.
It's all out.
All out in Toronto.
Bro, let's change the name. I'm so confused by these motherfucking names.
It's a lot of
all in, all out, all
it's all in.
All elite, all in. I'm like, stop it, man. But WrestlePalooza is not the answer to a fucking thing, bro. And Dave Meltzer says, they're saying, obviously, Clash in Paris is kind of, people are saying it's a weak card. I think it's a great card. Sheamus, Rusev, don't care about it because I've seen him wrestle fucking 6 times already on TV. But Dave Meltzer is saying they're saving all the big matches, the Drews, the Codys, the Brocks, the Cenas for WrestlePalooza to like cancel out all out. And I'm just like, yeah, of course they are. They're trying to, you know?
They're not going to cancel out all out because
we're going to watch both.
If you watch the E and you watch both, it is a preference of who you're going to watch first.
Yeah.
Right? Me, if I'm paying $50, hopefully not, because Word on the Street is. Got some other shit coming up. If I'm paying $50,
what is it?
Oh,
is it getting
Word on the
cheaper?
Street is within several weeks, HBO Max is going to start carrying the AEW pay-per-views.
Man, I would love that, bro. I would love that.
I'm gonna mark that off. That was one of the words on the streets of mine. But yeah,
give me that shit, bro. Together. Yeah,
so I'm hoping that before All Out, they will go ahead and stream the fucking pay-per-view or All Out on HBO Max. We ain't got to pay no $50. You just collect that motherfucker.
You know, I've said it. How long I've posted clips about
for a whole year almost.
As soon as AEW stops charging $50 for a pay-per-view, their viewership's gonna skyrocket, bro.
You think so?
Bro. And why are they okay? And that's the thing with like the billionaire son that Jack Swagger said. The billionaire son. Well, the billionaire son's got $1 billion I think he's $13 billion worth.
Jesus.
Tony's dad, Nick Khan, or no, what's his name?
Shad Khan.
Shad Khan. Why are you charging us for pay-per-views, big dog? Why are you charging us for pay-per-views, bro? Let me pay $100 a year for HBO Max. Let me watch this shit for free, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So if you saying that, then I can definitely see they shit going like this. Like if everybody got the HBO
it would
Max,
skyrocket. It would skyrocket.
But see, AEW, they wanted to have like the buy rates of the pay-per-views and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I'm with you. Tony Khan, my man. It's the long game you gotta play. If you get the fans now and you show all your pay-per-views on HBO Max. And again, not everybody has HBO Max. So you can still charge for pay-per-view.
It's cheap. HBO Max would be cheaper than buying 4 pay-per-views a year. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get HBO Max. And it's like with the criticism with whatever WWE is doing with ESPN, and we'll get into it a little bit later. Like what they're doing with ESPN, everyone thinks is going to be $30 a month. I don't think it's going to be $30 a month because they said if you have YouTube TV, you have ESPN. Right. I think you get it for free, or if you have ESPN app, I don't know. We're going to figure that out shortly. I've heard so many different stories, but bro, if you just put your pay-per-views and then change them, you ain't got to change them PLEs because that name's kind of taken. But if you just give me your pay-per-views on a streaming site, AEW viewership will go off. I don't know how many people online who are AEW fans who have said, I watch week to week because I have HBO Max, but I cannot pay $50 a month right now or 2 months to watch a pay-per-view. I got kids. I got this. Bro, I'm beating the dead horse, bro. I've said this a million times.
No, you're right. I could definitely see this being in their favor, and then more so than working against them if they start streaming. But yeah, that's the word on the street, man. Within several weeks, announcements are going to come out about the pay-per-views showing up on HBO Max. So, and you know what? I honestly think, to be honest with you, that they wasn't going to put the pay-per-views on HBO Max until 2026. To be honest with you.
Let's do it now.
But because of what WWE did with ESPN, I think
you're forced to do something.
Counter booking, okay, we're gonna put on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So look, this war between them, it's interesting because WWE know they cannot put AEW out of business. So that idea is out of the way. But what they're trying to do is to sew up all the fucking major media markets to where when AEW's contract runs out, they don't have a platform to show their product. And if you don't have a platform to show your product, you're dead in the water. So I think this is what this is, and I think Tony Khan has an ace up his sleeve. I just have this funny feeling because everybody keeps talking about, UFC got it with Paramount, okay, ESPN's with WWE. Even ESPN took down all the AEW shit off their site because they had a whole section for AEW that took it down.
That's what I heard.
That was in a contract for WWE.
I didn't even know AEW was on ESPN. Honestly, bro.
Well, they show all the sports. It's like Bleacher Report. Yeah, they have a WWE section, they have an AEW section. I honestly feel like the next contract in the trajectory of AEW keeps doing this, the next contract that AEW is going to get is going to be even bigger. It's going to be much bigger, and then it's going to be a real fucking problem for a real problem. Monopolize the whole industry. They want to control how the industry is ran, and most importantly, they want to control how much the wrestlers are getting paid. Because imagine this. Okay, we don't want to pay you that money. Well, okay, cool. I'm just going to go here and get what I want, right? I'm going to go here. Imagine if this is not even no longer existing, and this is the only thing on. Now you can start lowballing every single fucking wrestler. Because what you going to do? Go back to the independents? Good luck. Go ahead. Yeah. We're the only big show in town. Because right now it's 2 big shows in town. But with them only being here, so that's a main reason why they're trying to undercut AEW at the knees, because they don't want to pay them wrestlers that type of top dollar money because they know they can get it at AEW.
Yeah. That's true, bro. That's sad, true as fuck. That's true. True as fuck, bro. And speaking of that, since we're in this subject right here, Bully Ray, our favorite motherfucker ever, on Busted Open podcast. Listen to it all the time. Love y'all. But Bully Ray doesn't believe the 500K on HBO Max viewing. He thinks it's more like 100K. And we've talked about this many times. Right. And I'm like, bro, like if they're getting 500, 600,000 on live TV, and you don't think more people watch it when they can't watch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I just don't understand that ever. That people watch it live. That it's a thing of the past almost. Like 50 million people watched the Seinfeld finale. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But now you're only saying 100,000 people watched it on a app that most people have on their phone. I just think Bully Ray, he doesn't think 500K. He thinks 100,000, and he thinks Dave Meltzer's full of shit, which he is generally.
Yeah.
He is, allegedly. But, like, do you think it's more close to 500K on HBO Max or 100K like Bully Ray says?
Okay, I meet him halfway. Let's just say it was not even 500K, because even Tony Khan spoke about this and said those numbers is not as accurate because we don't really know the numbers. But let's say if it's not 500,000, and let's say that it's more than 100K. Let's say it was only 300,000. They still average about 1 million views a week.
Yeah.
Between their live was always in the high sixes, and it was 300. Even if it was low 300,000, you still refer about a million watchers every week for your product, and that is good for a company that's only been in existence for 6 years. So again, I don't know what's the fascination, what's the jollies people get their jollies off of wanting to see AEW fail.
Yeah,
I don't understand why.
And Busted
Bully Ray
Open covers. They cover AEW.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want more people to watch it?
Right. You're right. There'd be more viewership for your show.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think more people are afraid of AEW succeeding because how unorthodox, and they're bringing it old school back with some of the stuff you're seeing, like Darby Allin. Like, there's a whole lot of backlash online with Darby Allin in the fork in the ear.
It's
I don't
amazing,
know why.
bro.
I don't know why.
They just did a promo out of it to kick off Dynamite, bro. Yeah,
They
or
did.
not kick off.
They did.
This motherfucker put all out
In
or
blood.
all in. All out.
All out. You had it right.
All out. All right.
All out.
Yeah.
In blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So listen. You have, and what makes me so boggles my mind is this is a man who came from EC.
Exactly.
And you want to talk about how graphic or what is pro wrestling, man? My man, you've gotten so sucked into the PG-13 era that you forgot like what real pro wrestling is. Again, we talked about last week. Abdullah the Butcher. He'll take his own fork to his own head and get him. Bro, Terry Funk, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. Bang bang. You know what I'm saying?
They put someone on a cross like Jesus, bro.
Yes. That was Stephanie, matter of fact. We got put on the cross like Jesus.
Stephanie McMahon did, and then someone in ECW I thought got crucified. I don't know. Yeah.
This is why I know this is more of a corporate type of ordeal than just pure-hearted opinions.
It's bury AEW.
Yes, they just want to bury AEW for every single angle. And let me tell you something. Have you noticed this? Last year, WWE didn't even fucking mention AEW. Not even a little bit. You know why? Because AEW was doing so bad in the streets because everybody was shitting on it. This is horrible. It's no storytelling. This is blah, 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 blah. WWE was like, we ain't gotta say shit. But as soon as AEW seen an uptick, not with just viewership, but an uptick in everybody's approval on the streets, on the internet, that's when WWE jumped and was like, oh, hell no, we got to start putting them down. That's when they started that counter booking bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay? And I honestly feel like this is not even Triple H's doing. It's not. I'm going to tell you who's doing this is. It's a mix of TKO and that goddamn devil, Nick Khan. That is who doing it. I'm going to keep calling him the devil, bro. I'm going to keep calling him because you can tell. And everybody said, well, it's Tony Khan's fault because he cut a promo on Nick Khan. Okay, yeah, he did. But damn, let's keep it a buck. Who fired the first shot? Who fired the first shot? Okay?
And they got the same last name. They kinfolk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, them cousins. You feel me? Listen, when Tony Khan first made AEW, they legitimately asked him, are you going to be in direct competition with WWE? He's told them, no, we're the alternative. And he even had the hashtag, enjoy your wrestling. Matter of fact, we want to schedule our shows around WWE so you can enjoy both of us. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have AEW Dynamite and said, we're going on Monday nights at 8 o'clock to go against Raw. No, they said we're going to go on Wednesday because at the time, WWE Raw was on Monday and fucking NXT was on Tuesdays. So they said, we're going to take Wednesday. We're trying to stay clear from WWE because we want you to enjoy your wrestling. But WWE had a problem with that. Because Vince McMahon, there was stories of Vince McMahon saying, don't let a crack or a shiver in the door, because that's what he did with WCW. He left a little shiver, crack in the door, and the motherfuckers blew up, and it was out of control, and he almost got put out of business. So that was the trauma. This is why I always say AEW is paying for the sins and trauma of WCW. Yeah. WWE ain't playing no games. They're like, man, we don't want history to repeat itself. Yeah. And it's only got serious. They said backstage, word on the street is, Vince McMahon only took AEW serious once they knew they got a fucking TV deal with TNT. Yeah. When he saw that, he said, "Oh shit, here we go again." Yeah. Hell yeah. Bro. So hey, man, but like I said, it's better. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. WWE was ass until AEW came out in 2019, and ever since AEW been a picture, WWE has stepped their fucking game up to this day. Yeah.
I'd be real sad if we lost the second company, bro. I do feel like it's like I'm back in my childhood, like Monday Night Nitro. Then I'm going to watch Raw, but I had to wait till because I lived in Arizona with the time zones. I had to wait till Saturday to watch Raw. But man, I love having two companies, bro. I love it. Yeah. I love it, bro. And you got me. When we first started this podcast, I was like, we doing WWEs. And you was like, no, you got to do some AEW. I said, I ain't trying to watch no AEW. And I started watching AEW. I said, all right, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Listen, because you're a pro wrestling fan at heart. Like, I can tell you're a pro wrestling because you watched WWE, WWF at the time where it was really pro wrestling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I knew you had it in you, but you just had to get past that little cloud of doubt that you had. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When folks was in your ears with the shit you see online. But once you watch this shit, bro, this shit is fucking fire. Yeah. It's pro wrestling at its best. You know what I mean? Bro. Yeah. All right, bro. What you got? Word on the street. So, word on the street is, speaking on AEW, Diana Paraza, if I'm saying her name right.
I saw it. Yeah. Paraza.
Everybody's asking where she's been.
Yep.
And, it was reports that
she gone.
Yeah, she's gone, or she's not happy with the booking in AEW. But it turns out the whole time she was getting her college degree, and she has it. And who paid for it? AEW. Yeah. And when I saw that, I was like, I want to talk about this on the show because in the world that we live in, as far as pro wrestling, there's so much negative shit out there. But to see this, and I'm like, yo, AEW paid for your college degrees, and it's a whole program they have in AEW, which was never been known about. That if you want to finish your college degree, go ahead, and they will pay for it because you work for AEW. And you told me they did the same thing with the Army and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think things like that shit is dope as fuck. Yeah. So Diana Paraza, she ain't going nowhere. She's happy to be in AEW because they pay for her college, and that's what she's been doing, studying for college and stuff. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Tony Khan told her, like, we don't really have anything for you. You want to go finish school? Go ahead. When you come back, we got something for you. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was a good little niche. That was one of my words in the streets right there. I think that was a good thing.
That's a good one. That's a good one, man. Shout out, get your college degree without debt. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Big time.
My wife got her college degree. We in debt. That's all I'm saying.
That's how it goes. Student loans and all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I want to say, shout out Cody Rhodes having his second child.
Oh, shout out Cody, yes.
Congratulations. I don't ever want a kid, but shout out to you having 2 kids. But also, Cody was on a podcast and he said he has no interest in turning heel at all. How do you feel about that, bro?
Well, 2 things before I answer that question. His new daughter, the name of his new daughter is Leilani. That is the same name of my daughter's name, is Leilani.
Oh shit! Real shit! Y'all gonna be some Leilani cousins.
Some Leilani's in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But and now to answer your question about him not turning heel, that's a work.
You think he's just setting it up?
He just said that so when he finally does turn heel, it's going to be even more shocking than Johnson.
It's going to be good. What time period do you give Cody Rhodes going heel?
I give him another 2 years.
So that's a long time period.
It's not in the wrestling world, not in the wrestling business. 2 years go by like that.
So you think in 2 years he goes heel?
Okay, we're talking about 2 WrestleMania seasons. Yeah, that ain't shit. Think about it. We're almost in WrestleMania 42 already.
We getting there.
Exactly. It's about to be WrestleMania season again.
in Vegas again, guys. Have fun paying for those tickets.
Yeah, go ahead. Have fun paying $70,000 for front row tickets. Never in my life would I do that shit, bro. I'm so sorry.
Fuck no, bro.
No.
I wouldn't even pay for the fucking $1 million in the fucking nosebleeds, bro.
I'm not doing it, man. I'm so sorry. Oh, hell no. I'd rather watch it on TV anyway. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, man. Cody Rhodes don't want to turn heel. Maybe he doesn't want to, but he's a natural heel, bro. You ever seen him on his podcast? What did Becky Lynch say? She's like, when he talked about when she cut in front of him on the line, and he's like,
oh, the omelet line, 12, the omelet line.
Yeah, 12 egg whites. He's like, what? I said, Cody lied. So they have a phrase for Cody Rhodes when he tell his lies. It's called a Cody lie.
Yeah.
Cody, I guarantee you, Cody in real, he looks like one of those people. He does like somebody who grew up in Marietta, Georgia, first of all. And he looks like one of those people in high school who was a fucking prick. I can just tell he was a prick, bro. Shit. Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods, alluded to him about that when
all the
said,
time.
This guy was an asshole in high school. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
he seems like a nice guy now, though.
But check this out. Isn't that
with
the most
heel tendencies?
Well, listen. Don't you think that's the most heelish thing to say? That I don't never want to turn heel. That's the most heelish thing to say. That's like saying I don't have a bad bone in my body. Yeah, everything about me is all positive. I'm a good guy. That's the most heelish thing to say.
I think maybe just getting booed in AEW made him be like, oh, I don't want to go heel ever again.
Wow. Yeah. To this day, I told people, I'm like, listen, Cody Rhodes had multiple roles in that company, right? So when he couldn't wrestle, he was backstage producing, or he was on Little Big Shots or some shit with Snoop Dogg. He had a whole TV show on TNT.
Oh, what was that with Bert Kreischer and shit? It was called. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
He had his own. Him and his wife had his own TV show, The Roads to Glory or something. Yeah. So I think the AEW fans like, yo, he's turning Hollywood.
Yeah. He's trying to make as much money as he can type shit. Yeah. The Big Show? No, the Big Bang Show? I forget what it was called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was one of those shows, right? It's no longer existing.
It was like a talent show, but for big shit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I honestly feel like Cody is in the right company. I think this is Cody's plan the whole long. I think he was trying to get back to the E. I think he wanted that. And to me, I can't do that. That's like me. We started the 4-4 Hill podcast, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm gonna go jump over here on this podcast right here.
I'm going to Fox Sports Net,
right? Like it's just like that.
Yeah.
But I cannot abandon what I helped build. That's the thing that bothers me. Cody helped build and start AEW. How could you just say fuck y'all? Let me go over here. Unless something disrespectful was said to his wife. That's the only conclusion I can come up.
Do you think maybe if Tony Khan in the Billionaire Shed Con doesn't get involved, Cody's still in AEW? If Cody just runs AEW.
So you mean if Cody was the main booker, the main
everything?
I think he still stays in AEW.
I think so too.
I honestly, yeah.
Would AEW be better off or worse off without Tony Khan and just Cody Rhodes?
That's a good question. I feel like AEW would be a tad bit better off without Cody.
Without Cody,
yeah.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you're too close to the trees, you can't see the forest.
Yeah.
And when you're in talent /
you can be lost in the forest.
You get lost in the sauce. Yeah. So I can honestly see AEW being better off with a non-wrestler figure on the outside looking in than a wrestling figure on the inside looking out. So,
unless you're Jack Swagger.
Or Jake Hager. Fucking Hager. I start my day off with a fuck you Tony every day.
All right, bro. So we get a rumor, a word on the street, if you will, of ESPN doing the draft. And that's why we've waited so long for the draft. So we're getting like a NF style draft for WWE on ESPN with maybe a Stephen A. Smith. Bro, yeah. So how would you feel if once this ESPN thing starts, that's because we've been waiting for this draft. Everyone online's been talking about this draft. What if we get a draft that is ESPN like? How do you feel about that?
I think that would be fucking dope as fuck.
With Stephen A. Smith?
I mean, look, I don't think Stephen A. Smith is going to be doing it, hosting it, because he don't know shit about pro wrestling. He obviously don't know pro
He'll
wrestling.
figure it out if he gets a paycheck, bro.
If they do an ESPN style WWE draft with people who knows pro wrestling, it don't have to be any ESPN talent. It could be the WWE talent, but just do it in that same, platform. I think it'll be great. But the only question I have is, by you doing that, you're making this more of a sports product. You're getting more of a sports presentation, and that's what AEW specializes in. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like that draft on ESPN would fit AEW better than it would WWE, because AEW actually keep track of win and loss records.
That's true.
AEW is really, if you think about it, is really more of a sport-based pro wrestling promotion than WWE is, because like we said before, they stories are conducted in the ring than out, more so than WWE is out the ring than in. So I think it would be dope, because we've seen a little bit of that on the Royal Rumble. Remember that shit this past Royal Rumble when it was the bottom line, the ticker?
Yeah.
The bottom
the
ticker.
ticker.
So we seen that. So I think it'll be dope. Now, Stephen A. Smith, I'm not a fan of him being on that shit.
I don't want to see him anywhere near my pro wrestling, bro. I don't.
You don't like this?
He hates on
You
my
don't like this
Cowboys.
dude, bro.
He hates on my Cowboys every goddamn day.
No, he doesn't. He really loves them. I think he's a low-key Cowboys fan,
listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. You listen to him on Dallas radio. He's such a nice guy, bro, and he knows his ticket to the top was hating on the Cowboys, because what do Cowboys have? The most fans in the world.
True.
He saw his ticket to the top and he took it, and I respect that. But I don't need you in my WWE, bro. I don't.
That's true.
I don't.
That's true. But I'm gonna tell you something like this. The reason why the Cowboys do have a lot of fans, I'm gonna tell you like this. This is some real shit. Even though I wasn't a Cowboys fan, I'm gonna tell you one thing I did like. Do you remember back in the 90s? Thank you, baby. Do you remember back in the 90s where they had the Bugs Bunny? Like, they used to have them like in baggy pants and the whole Looney Tunes shit. Yeah. I used to have this fucking book bag. It was a fucking Cowboys.
Let's go. Falcons fan right here. Let's go.
But listen, I didn't buy it. My mother bought it for me. I was like in third grade or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Mama Ronan.
That's how popular they were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, the America's team came from the early 90s when they won those Super Bowls. And Aikman, Emmitt Smith, who was the head coach?
Jimmy Johnson, Barry
Bill
Switzer.
Parcells. Was it Bill Parcells?
No, Barry Switzer won the third Super Bowl. Jimmy Johnson was the first Super Bowl. Check out the Netflix documentary of the Dallas Cowboys, bro. You need to watch that motherfucker, bro.
Yo, no, I was going to ask you about it, bro. Have you seen it yet?
I'm like, me and the wife are 6 episodes in. I've been really busy at work, studying all that shit, so we a little behind, but it's a fucking phenomenal. Oh,
and so for anybody who watching the 44 Hills podcast, we are huge sports fans. Basketball, football, we can chop it up all day. Mm-hmm. I had someone ask us at my job, like, do y'all talk about sports? I was like, we could.
We talk about sports entertainment.
But because like just me talking about sports, and I can tell just from you talking about sports, like we have these debates all the time about sports, and I think it'll be fucking great. So maybe
we could do a football edition, bro. We could do a football
44 Hills fucking football edition.
44 Hills, word on the street, football edition. Do y'all want to see it? Let us know.
Let us know, because we could talk about some sports now.
Let us know. Yeah. On a sour note, Vince McMahon turned 80 years old.
Let me go ahead and check this out. Hold on. Go ahead, because what I got right here, it has something to do with that, but it's about what was being said about him.
Oh, what was being said about him? I don't even know. I'm just saying, I was going to say, happy birthday, Vince McMahon.
Yes. Happy born date to Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
But what was said about him was saying that Vince McMahon looked his age.
Oh, yeah.
He said that because he looks frail. They say he looks frail. And he's walking slow. I was like, whoa, Vince McMahon?
He got the skunk thing going right now with the gray.
It's like, without the WWE, That was his lifeblood.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. I'm sure he's bro. Bro. They said I think I saw a thing where like online, if you retire at 55, you're 15 to 17% more likely to die than
Wow.
people who work till they're 65. And I'm like, it's just working is what keeps people alive, I guess.
Definitely men.
But there was a lot of WWE superstars there. You had The Miz, you had Jerry Lawler, Drew, Shame. There was a lot of people there. A lot of backlash, and I'm like, guys.
Backlash for what? Backlash for what, man?
Yeah. I know. But like, I was like, guys, was he a sex trafficker? Most likely. Did he make a lot of people millionaires?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
So
listen.
it's a weird thing to talk about Vince McMahon all the time. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
It's listen, Vinnie Mac. At what point in our society can we separate the work they've done and the personal aspect of them? Like we have to, because it'll be a shame. It will be a travesty if Vince McMahon isn't inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame just because of these allegations, shit, bro. Man, he's the one who fucking created the company. He's the one who made it the biggest it is today.
I don't think it happens, though. I don't think it happens.
He's going to be in it, bro. Trust me.
While he's alive?
While he's alive.
I don't think so, bro.
Because you have to have him come out there.
TKO is TKO. They're a global brand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, first of all, fuck TKO. I don't like them motherfuckers at all.
We all know that.
All right. Second of all, if you have a Hall of Fame and you induct Vince McMahon and he doesn't get a chance to come out here and have his speech, that is WWE needs to fucking fall off the face of the earth.
It's a tough. I'm playing devil's advocate again in this episode.
That's a travesty, though, man. Come on.
Yeah.
That's like years from now, 4 Hills podcast is legendary, and something happens with us, and we get kicked off the show, and somebody else took it over, and we in the podcast Hall of Fame, we can't even come and spit our fucking shit, bro. Like, no, bro. Nah.
Not if we allegedly sex traffic people.
And we by sex trafficking, we mean flying women in to have sex with them.
No, I think it was
not hog tie them up and put them in the back of a buck.
I think it was more or less re-sign, and this girl will bang you, Brock Lesnar, allegedly.
Allegedly, you know.
It's a crazy situation, bro, but like it's so crazy.
You know what's even crazier than that? Let's not even talk about the professional sports world and the shit that goes on behind the scenes there. But because it's the professional sports world, they know how to keep everything sealed tight because they generate so much money for this country, right? So that's why I say my conspiracy theory is somebody wanted Vince McMahon out the motherfucking office.
At TKO.
It was the fucking devil. Nick Khan got in Triple H's ear.
Oh, yeah.
And said, look, one of two things will either happen. We either get the old man out because he's past his prime of trying to figure out what's good and what's not. And that other acronym right there, the AEW, is creeping up on our feet more than you think. So they said the only way we can succeed in this shit is get him out of the picture, bro. Because there is no way in hell you can't sit here and tell me that shit wasn't premeditated. It just came out of nowhere. For years, this shit's been going on, and all of a sudden, this shit is now linking out.
I remember being at the Royal Rumble in Tampa with my boy Ronaldo, the second Cody win, and that news broke basically that weekend. Where remember they like kicked him out, brought him back, and then that weekend they kicked him out again because of like the dildos that were named Kofi Kingston and blah. Like, bro, it was just mind-boggling, and all of us fans were just talking about it, and I was like, this is insane, bro. But like, bro, it's dude, it's such a crazy topic, bro.
Remember when the allegations first came out? This motherfucker popped up on SmackDown.
Yeah,
the chairman of the WWE, and the motherfucker came out there and just, you know what I'm saying, just to let everybody know.
When Stephanie said goodbye to him, kind of thing.
Yeah.
No,
bro. No. This is like when the first wave of allegations came out, right?
Okay.
It was like big news, and then on the first thing you see on SmackDown and Raw for that week was Vince McMahon.
No chance in hell do you got, bro.
Welcome to the WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what, and then he just went back to the back.
Yeah.
He just to show people that it ain't happening. But then all of a sudden, the motherfucker got took it off TV because
Yeah.
more shit started coming out. See, this is what I'm saying, man. I feel like there's a snake in the grass in the E, and I have a funny feeling it's that goddamn devil Nick Khan. I can feel it, man. I can feel it in my gut. He's a devil, bro. He's
You
the one who's
feel it
doing all
right
this
here.
shit.
You feel it right here.
I feel it right here, Oos. I feel it.
All right, bro. That's all my word on the street. What else you got, bro? Before we get to fan questions.
Well, I gotta put some on Front Street. After it's been 3 weeks, do you still feel like Karrion Kross shit is a work?
Yes.
Even when he said it's not a work, and him and his wife is like, it's not a work. Did you see the clip that I told you about when he was saying with the GCW when he banged the fucking violin against the wall? I lost my dream job. What I'm gonna do? I'm so sad.
And that's why I think that's a work.
It's not a work. It is clearly not a work. He is taking independent bookings that has nothing to do with WWE. It's not a work. There are independent promotions who is printing out his shirt and they're not using the word Karrion because Karrion is a WWE intellectual product. It's not a work, bro. It's real. My only question is to you is, if you was AEW, why haven't you reached out to this man yet?
Because it's a work. Because it's a work, bro. That's why.
It's got to be more than that.
If Tony Khan wants to make money, Karrion Kross is on AEW TV.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't he on AEW TV yet?
Maybe Kross don't want to be in AEW. Did you ever think about that?
Why the fuck would he not want Tony Khan's money? Bro, that's crazy. I want indie money. I want maybe, I don't know how much indies pay per weekend, but maybe $5,000 something. I don't know. I don't know the pay scale for indies.
Right.
But if I'm Karrion Kross, Tony Khan has to have offered him so much money to come and be on AEW. And if he hasn't, come on, bro.
No, and this maybe because one thing I do know about Kross, because money matters, but it's not the end all to be all for him to make a decision where he's going to go.
Yeah.
So I just feel like maybe AEW hasn't offered him anything yet. I think AEW is waiting to see the water settle down.
There's no way no one from AEW has reached out to Kross, bro. There's no way.
Well, we don't know that. Maybe they have, but
we don't know. But there's no way, bro. There's no way.
What if Kross pops up at All Out in Toronto?
Then it's definitely not a work no more.
Would you be excited to see him in AEW? Because I remember you telling me that you would not want to see him in AEW. So do you still feel that same way?
I don't think his character and his in-ring ability is the best for AEW.
Really?
Yeah.
His character, his persona, you don't think it will fit with AEW?
No.
Like, okay, explain yourself a little bit.
Because Jon Moxley's there. And that's what I would expect as a Karrion Kross. That's there. I would expect the same type of character. Karrion Kross was that like person that plays the mind games with you.
Right.
That's Jon Moxley in AEW. I don't need two of those in AEW because then it just gets repetitive.
Jon Moxley is unhinged.
I know.
There's no
would Karrion Kross if he went to AEW.
He just want to beat your ass.
If Karrion Kross went to AEW, he'd be a Jon Moxley 2.0. That's what I think. Unless they figure something else out, you know.
I don't think that. I think Karrion, if Killer Kross goes to AEW, he's gonna be Killer Kross times 10 with Scarlett, and they're gonna let them do what they need to do. And I think it's gonna be a smashing hit because it's gonna bring something, a breath of fresh air to AEW.
It would bring so many fans to AEW. It would. But as me, as an already AEW fan, is it gonna intrigue me? I don't know.
Come on, bro. You mean to tell me if Killer Kross popped on AEW TV, you wouldn't be like, holy shit?
I would pop the first time I see him, but then you got to do something good, is what I'm saying.
Bro, there ain't a thing Killer Kross hasn't done that ain't good. And he did that. He did all that shit on his own with WWE not pushing him.
Yeah.
So he has the mind. And remember what he said. He wanted to be a producer.
Yeah.
So he has the mental to do these things. But the WWE didn't put the faith in him and put the rocket on him. And that's they lost. I tell you what, if AEW signed Killer Kross and Scarlett, the E is going to be shaking in their goddamn boot.
And that's why I just don't think it's a real thing, because if as big as Karrion Kross was in WWE before he got released is what they say. Released.
Mm-hmm.
AEW should already have signed him, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, the reason he's not in a why is Tony Khan not signing Karrion Kross if he is a free agent right now?
We don't know that. We don't know
why? Why?
But we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. That's
Bro,
the thing.
the second Karrion Kross is a free agent, if I'm Tony Khan, I'm looking, if he's a free agent, I'm signing him and he's premiering on Dynamite the next week. Why hasn't that happened?
Because it's too obvious.
No, that is yes, that is what I'm saying. It is obvious, and that's why you need to sign him, because that would bring so many disgruntled WWE fans over to AEW.
That is true, but you also want to have that impact. And if you sign him immediately and shit, and he pops up on AEW TV, it's going to be good at first, but then it's going to die down quick.
Because
so this way,
he's John Moxley. Because he's John Moxley.
What do you mean? But no,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they don't have to have two different personas, bro. Two different personas.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. If I'm Tony Khan and Karrion Kross is available, I'm signing him and then I'm putting him on TV as soon as I can. There's no reason to wait, because the more you wait, the more WWE fans forget about Karrion Kross. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. Guess what? WWE fans can forget about Karrion Kross if they want to, but real pro wrestling fans will always support Killer Kross.
Yeah, but you need to get those WWE casuals that were saying,
fuck
we
those
want
WWE
Kross,
casuals.
We want Kross. We want.
No.
We need to get them over to AEW.
Let me tell you something. Real Killer Kross fans ain't that casual fan bullshit. They fuck with Kross on E.
Yeah, but the casual
AEW
fans is what you need to get, bro.
No, fuck those casual bro. You don't need casual
that's
fans.
Not how businesses are run, bro. You need those casual fans.
No, you want casual fans to see an increase in profits in your numbers regularly, but I'm telling you, the lifeblood of the pro wrestling industry is the diehard.
Yes, but you need the casual fans to make the.
You can make millions with diehard fans too. What are you talking about? You know how many people love pro wrestling, bro? But yeah. I just want to get your little thoughts on that. You know what I'm saying? See what you feel about that. You still think it works? So you saying, yeah, it's still a work.
Yeah.
And percentage-wise. I'm going to let you get a percentage so you can...
Yeah.
Give me a percentage. How much of it's work?
How much of it's a work?
Yeah.
90% still.
God damn, bro. You crazy work, bro. That is okay. That's your opinion. That's not true, though.
90%, big dog. All right, what you got? Word on the street before we go to the fan
Let me ask you this. I got 2 more words on the street. Well, 3 more. And then I'm going to ask you this. This is a question I'm going to ask you from the word of the street. How do you rate Blake Monroe's NXT fucking run right now?
I'm not even going to rate it because I do not watch NXT, bro.
Okay.
I can't, bro. I can't. Until I watch it, I heard they had her and Jordan Grace. I heard word on the street they had a good match, but I just don't. I ain't got time to watch NXT. You know what I'm saying?
So let me put it this way. I don't watch NXT just like we don't watch NXT, right?
Yeah.
But one person that I always see pop up on my feeds and they celebrate and talk about is Jada Parker, right? Or Lola Bice, or SoCal, Roka. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't hear nothing about Blake Monroe, bro.
Nothing.
I don't hear nothing about fucking Ricky Stanks.
Yeah, I don't hear shit about him. I heard he got a title shot though, but that's about it.
So my question is to you: do you feel like she made the right move going to the E, away from the AEW?
Is she happier? Yes. So she made the right move.
No. See, I'm not gonna let you do that. That's not the question I asked you. Do you think, based off the notoriety and the credibility and the attention that she gathered in AEW, now she's in NXT, do you think that she made the right move? Just say no, bro. Just say no, bro. You know it's no. It's a no.
If she's happy, I'm happy.
No. When you start being so PC, bro, what the fuck?
Fuck no. She made the wrong decision. She made the horrible decision. The women's AEW division, there's no one that can beat Toni Storm except for Blake Monroe, a.k.a. Mariah May.
Yeah. To me, I like Mariah May, the name, better than Blake Monroe. Mariah May, it just rolls off the tongue.
Blake Monroe is terrible.
I thought it was to be a dude with the name Blake Monroe.
Yeah. Terrible name.
All right. So I was watching the Roman Reigns interview with Stephanie McMahon on the
terrible.
who was it called? Her podcast?
Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible podcast.
Tell me why in the middle of the podcast, Stephanie McMahon encourages WWE fans to get a VPN.
She's like, fuck. I saw that. She's like, you sick of seeing shit on Twitter? Get a VPN, motherfuckers. Yeah.
And she said, use Canada as your place, and you can watch all the WWE shows and PLEs. And yo, what do you think that's all about, my guy?
It's terrible booking, bro. Terrible booking. That shit. I was like, for one, I'm not that like tech savvy. Like, I was like, how do you get a VPN? I don't even understand it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she had the whole place you can go the website and sign up.
Do you gotta pay? Do you gotta pay for a VPN?
It depends on where you sign up at.
Okay, because
so you can get a free VPN and just put your location in a different country, and they motherfuckers give you all the shit.
Can I watch a VPN on my TV, or do VPN I just have to
anywhere?
Okay. Yeah. Well, she crazy.
I wonder how the higher ups in TKO feel about that shit, bro.
I think they like it because they're just like, the more streaming while live is better, and I think that's their goal. You know what I'm saying? To get the live viewing.
Accurate numbers though, because
is it?
Yeah.
See, I don't know technology like that, man. I don't.
Okay,
but
so on that,
I saw that commercial and I said, "What the fuck?"
Vince is definitely trying to get it in, boy.
Yeah.
On that same note, my last one on the street, she had her guest was Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
right? There was a part in that podcast. I said, "Wait a minute now, hold up, man. Wait a minute now, chill out." She talked about what is it about the WWE and how things changed throughout the years, and he went into this his thing. He said, one thing I love about Vince McMahon is that he wrote very sophisticated type of dialogue without the vulgarness. He's like, then he goes on to say, anybody can flip the bird, chug a beer, and stick shit up your ass. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Who that sound like me?
Yeah.
That sound like some Stone Cold Steve Austin shit. He said, that's easy.
Yeah. That's true.
What is your thoughts about what he said? I'm gonna tell you what I think what he said.
That's true. He's basically saying you need to get more into storytelling than you can shove it up your candy ass. The bird, like, yeah, I get what he was saying. He was just basically saying sports entertainment has evolved into Roman style storytelling. And I agree with him. 100%.
He may be right in a certain extent, but he's wrong because right now, as hot as WWE is, there never will be their peak is the 90s with the Attitude Era. Stone Cold. And all types of shit. That's their peak. Let's keep it 100. That's their peak. That's their peak right now. All right. I feel like Roman was out of pocket for saying that shit, bro. He should have never said nothing like that. He should have just went ahead and said. He should have said, I feel like our generation had a lot more hurdles to overcome to make our TV more fascinating to watch without us having to be vulgar. He should have said it and left it at that. But by him trying to take shots here and there, it's like you want to take one of the shots at one of the ghosts.
That's my tribal chief, baby. That's what he does.
Shit. But let's go ahead and talk about the tribal chief on fucking Raw when he opened that opening segment. Let's go ahead and talk about that for a little bit. I got big dog.
No, bro. The crowd was behind this man, bro. The crowd was behind him.
Right now, we got to stop with the crowd shit. Because we both know crowd shit don't mean jack shit. Again.
Oh, it means a lot to me. I love the crowd, bro.
No, the crowd. I
love the crowd.
But that same crowd wasn't supporting Rhea Ripley when she had that damn PLE and she was a main headline, couldn't sell out the goddamn State Farm Arena. So that's one right there. All right? Let's leave that at that.
They said that's because of stories.
Because of store.
Look, who bought tickets? Me and you.
We did.
So
because we're pro wrestling
they sold
fans.
To us, bro. They sold to us.
But guess what? I ain't need to know about no story. I just know
we can't be mad that no one else was there, bro. We happy we was there. All right,
I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that. I'm just saying if your headliner match is Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley, but everybody keep telling me Rhea Ripley is so big and she can't, her name alone can't sell out a goddamn State Farm Arena. Stop. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is the promo that Roman cut, it was so like big doggish. I said, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Where's the aura in that fucking presence Roman had? That serious face, like he didn't have to see. This is how good Bloodline Roman was peak Roman.
Yeah.
You can't give me a better Roman than Bloodline Roman, because let me tell you how good he was. Roman didn't have to say too much of nothing. He'll say one or two things, but like we say, his facial expressions will explain everything.
Everything.
Now he's doing more talking, and now he sounds more like the big dog. I'm like, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. What is he doing? Why are you going back? Why is he regressing? He's supposed to progress. He's regressing. Why is he doing that, man?
Yeah.
You're the number one Roman Reigns fan. Tell me what's going on, man. Help me understand.
They bring him in. He's the man. And he's going against Bronson Reed. That's what I'm upset about. I think that's what I'm upset about.
So you think it's because of his opponent why he's got this kind of like...
Yeah. And because he's not going after the title. You know what I'm saying? He's not going after the title.
Here's my second question.
Yeah.
When do you think he's going to start going after the title? Because it's been a little bit too damn long for me. He should have been in the conversation a long time ago.
I think they're waiting for John Cena to retire. I think they're giving if Roman is involved, people are gonna stop caring about John Cena's title shit or whatever he's doing. I think Roman's just kind of stepping aside and letting John Cena have his glory. And then once December hits, it's going to be all about Roman Reigns in 2026.
Roman Reigns chasing after the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's the one title he never got.
Yeah.
He's saying because Cena's...
Or it don't matter the title, bro. Roman Reigns is getting some titles next year, bro. It's happening.
Okay, man. I just feel like Roman lost a lot of his steam. Like,
yeah. It's coming back next year, bro. I promise you.
So this real shit. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, a little bit, half of it. Those were Roman's best years.
Yeah.
25.
I think his best years are coming.
Nah.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
You can't do no better than peak Bloodline Roman, bro. You can't do any better.
It's coming, bro.
That's like saying Stone Cold best years was ahead of him, but you can't get any better than peak Stone Cold Steve Austin. The entire
Stone Cold quit on the company.
What that got to do with anything? What you talking about?
Stone Cold walked out, bro.
Yeah, he took his ball and went home.
Walked out. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. WWE, they're fucking dropping the ball with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
The booking of him has been poor since he came back. They haven't given anybody worth a damn for us to care about, like, oh, they're going to fight, they're going to do this and do that. Nothing. Like, you would have thought that his first battle would have been with CM Punk.
Yeah. Hold up, bro. Hold up.
Yeah, make sure you cut that shit out. Last time you left like that shit was still in the damn show, bro. Make sure you cut this junk. Get the time.
I got it. 126.
Now, listen. I don't want to come off as like some kind of Roman Reigns hater, but let me tell you something. The Bloodline Tribal Chief that's my tribal chief. This dude right now? No. Before it was the OTC, when it was a straight tribal chief.
He's coming back, bro. He needs to get his shoes back, bro. That's all it is.
When is he going to come back? It's been almost a year.
Bro, I'm telling you, they're giving this year to John Cena, which is one thing I'm mad about with WWE, bro.
Why are you mad about that, man? Wait a minute. Why are you mad about that?
Because it's fucked up a lot of shit this year. Bro, we had The Rock doing this.
That's Travis Scott doing that shit, bro. Don't blame it on Cena.
No, this was The Rock doing this, bro. It's just they're doing a lot of things to make not necessarily John Cena happy, but the crowd to make it seem happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you can't blame John Cena, bro.
I wish Roman Reigns would have never lost the belt and he'd still be champion right now.
That'd have been crazy.
Crazy, bro.
I tell you what, if he would have kept that same mystique and persona that he had in the Bloodline, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah. It might be coming back, bro.
Let me tell you something. Bloodline Roman was on a whole nother level, bro. I've never seen anything like that. The man didn't really talk like that. Paul Heyman did a lot of his talking for him. He just stood in the ring, and every once in a while he would talk, and the place would go bananas, you know? Yeah. But now, even with them not even overexposing him, and when he comes out, that promo on Raw, bro, I was like, this is the big dog Roman I'm getting right now.
Yeah. And it's lame that, like, Paul Heyman's still like, I miss you, my tribal chief. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Because let me tell you
He's
something.
still like, I miss you.
And I'm going to tell you this. The reason why I feel like Roman on that promo did so bad is because what Bronson Reed said to Roman, and Roman had no response for that shit. Other than, oh, that means your ass belong to me. Like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Pause, Roman. Wait a minute for a second, bro. Bronson Reed said, you Samoan, I'm Samoan, but guess what? The difference is I'm uncivilized. They kicked us out and abandoned us to Australia. Your tattoos you put on, I had to earn this. I said, damn, hey, Bronson got me right there. And then I said, what Roman gonna say back? And he said some old whack ass shit like that. I said, what? Roman?
He said, that means I was in charge of you and I sent you away. That's what Roman said.
Yeah, they sent away the savages. And when you talking about wrestling in the match, matter of fact, this is gonna be a good segue into the fan question of the week, which is about Clash and Perry. So
yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Who wins, Roman or Bronson Reed?
We both know the answer to that. It's Roman.
Roman Reigns. We know Roman's winning, right?
Yeah, we know he's winning, of course.
All right. We'll get rid of this match real quick. Sheamus versus Rusev. Who gives a shit? I got Sheamus. I really don't care. I hope it is the second match. That's all I care about.
I honestly feel like Sheamus is going to win because he got to get some get back. Because for the last couple of weeks, I think Rusev been putting him down.
Yeah.
Sheamus going to win. But I'm looking forward to seeing this match. I'm going to tell you why. This is a PLE match, not a TV match. So they're going to let a lot of shit go.
Yeah. And it's a, what do they call it? Whatever the Irish shit is.
A Donnybrook
match. Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a hard-hitting physical match. And I want to see what kind of performance they're going to put on. So I have a high interest in this match. One of the only matches on this card I have a high interest.
Yeah? Yeah. How about Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch?
Say what? Nikki who?
Nikki Bella.
Against who?
Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch.
I feel bad for Nikki. I feel bad for Becky Lynch because her dance partner is Nikki Bella.
People really think she's going to win. People really think Nikki Bella's going to win, bro.
Let's keep it 100. The Bella twins, Nikki Bella came about in the diva era. Becky Lynch ain't no diva, bro. She's a wrestler. They paved
the way. That's what she keeps saying. She paved the way for Becky Lynch.
And you know what? That's the thing is, every time she keeps saying that, I'm like, what you paved the way for?
Yeah. And let's bring up a little word on the street, bro. Becky Lynch took a shot in Ozzy Osbourne's country, bro, and said, so this motherfucker died a month. And then Kelly Osbourne replied to her on Twitter, but she replied to like a Becky Lynch fan page, which was funny.
What did she
Shout out to that Becky Lynch fan page. She said something like the disrespect, blah, 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 blah. How do you feel about making a comment a month after someone has passed away in a promo in WWE?
Listen, Becky Lynch is doing her job, bro. She's a heel.
Yeah.
She needs to get heat. She was in the right country. She said, if I was from this damn city too, I would die. That's funny to me, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a shot at Osborne. I think it's more of a shot at the city than the Osborne.
Yeah. It's just heelish behavior. You know what I'm saying?
Heelish behavior in the soft-ass world.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man.
Who do you got winning the match?
Becky, all the way. Becky.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. All right, we're going to my main man, Logan Paul versus John Cena. And if I ever think there is a time that John Cena will let Logan Paul win, it's right now. How do you feel?
I can see Cena be like, let Logan go over. But for storyline purposes and right now, it's not his time. I can see Logan Paul later on go over Roman Reigns that can kind of catapult him into that next stratosphere. But him beating John Cena right now in John Cena's retirement tour, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
And even if he does.
And what I want to say right now, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I want to say one thing. This is where I've never been more mad with kayfabe in my life.
Why so?
With just John Cena, Logan Paul. Because I've heard John Cena on ESPN, Pat McAfee. I've heard him on Logan Paul podcast. I've heard him on this podcast. I've heard him on this. I've heard him on this. I've heard John Cena for the last year and maybe a half talk about how good Logan Paul is for this company.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see the promo last week on SmackDown about John Cena being like, you've had 23 matches, you've had this match, and then pushing over the prime and just talking.
Sugar
this
water.
was the first time.
Salty water.
This is the first time it's really bothered me that the lines were blurred. Because
Really?
I've heard nothing. Yes, bro. It's crazy to me. And it rubbed me the wrong way because I was like, this is the first time that I've heard nothing but good things from John Cena about Logan Paul. But now they're in a feud together, and all I hear is bad things. Like everything he said on every podcast, every this, every that, even on Logan Paul's podcast. That's where I think I lost it because John Cena was on Logan Paul's podcast.
And he even brought
and
it
now
up
they're
in the
in a
promo.
feud together. Yeah, he did. And I'm just like, this is where I have a problem because John Cena has said nothing but good things about Logan Paul. And now I'm just like, now it's a bad thing. Like it just that kayfabe borderline shit. It hurt me this time.
That tells me two things. That tells me how much of a fan you are for Logan Paul. You're a big Logan Paul fan. Number two, it shows me how good John Cena really is to make you believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? John Cena is good, man.
Not believe it. It makes me not believe what he's saying. It makes me not believe what he's saying right now.
Oh, you saying so because he talks so
That's what
about
makes
Logan.
me upset. Yeah. So everything he's saying in his promo on SmackDown, pushing over the prime, doing this. You've only had 23 matches. I've had 23 years. That's what makes me be like, but you've talked him up for a year and a half, bro.
But what if Logan
on podcasts?
What if John Cena went off the script with that shit? Definitely this line of when he say, you got legal troubles, and I'm not gonna get into that. And Logan Paul kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like he kind of said something to him away from the mic, like, yo, what you talking?
I get that. Yeah. But then we have like the backstage segment when Logan Paul was about to hit the moonsault from the ring to the announce table on Jey Uso. And then we saw on Unreal like the backstage conversation between John Cena and Logan Paul. And John Cena's like, bro, you can't make that. And Logan's like, I can make it. Like, it's just so bro, I was not mad about Unreal, and now I'm like, I'm starting to be mad about Unreal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's blurring the lines too much. It's blurring it too much. You know what I'm saying?
Knowing John Cena the way I've been a fan of John Cena for a while, and knowing him the way I know, I think there's a little bit truth in both. I think when he's out in public and doing publicity and like he's like trying to talk up Logan Paul because he's trying to talk up Logan Paul for the betterment of the WWE company because he's a company man. But when they said go ahead and fire off on this boy or bring him down to earth, he needs to be checked because right now he thinks he's too high up, like saying shit like, "Oh, I'm doing better matches with people who spend less time than me in 4 years." And like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Your matches ain't that fucking damn good, bro. Stop fucking playing with me. All right. I think they had to check Logan Paul and let him know the real side of professional wrestling. Like, you don't know this side. You know the side of we talk and we gonna do this, we gonna do that, and then you go out here and you perform. But what you gonna do? A motherfucker throw you a fucking curveball like what John Cena did to The Rock.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta have the promo written on my wrist.
Yeah.
And The Rock was heated. He was like,
that was The Rock's fault.
And one thing let me tell you how I know that shit was real. One thing in WWE, different that time in Vince McMahon, they always say, never turn your back to the hard cam. That day when Cena did that shit, he turned his whole back to the hard cam. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what you doing to me right now? You see what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a little bit of both. I think John Cena has the admiration and respect for like Logan as far as what he can possibly be for the WWE in the future. But I think there's a side of him like, yo, this motherfucker ain't did shit yet. Let me put this motherfucker in his place. Yeah.
Crazy,
and Logan,
bro.
And let me tell you something. This
is the first time I've been mad.
But listen, if Logan wants to be a true professional wrestler like he claims to be, right? Then he's going to have to go through these hurdles. He's going to have to go through this shit because they're going to throw him curveballs and see how he handles it. And it was at one point in that promo, I could see the look in Logan's eyes. I was like, wait a minute. Logan kind of really mad right now, bro.
Yeah.
But that's John Cena. To me,
Crazy,
that's the greatest
bro.
of all time on the mic. So,
yeah.
Well, I never asked
who you got?
Let me ask you
Punk?
this.
What?
If John Cena number one on the mic, who's your number two of all time? Right quick.
Currently or all time?
Just all time. It can be currently, it can be past, and all time.
John Cena's number one. He is. Bro, I'm MJF.
Oh, damn. All time. I'm going to go with my former number one all time person on the mic before John Cena really ramped his shit up. Mine was Roddy Piper.
Yeah. Roddy's good.
Bro, Roddy was the best for the longest until John Cena started cooking folks.
Yeah.
Roddy was the best.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like, he's on my Mount Rushmore fucking heels. Like, he's one of my favorite heels of all time. Love fucking Roddy Piper.
Honestly, let me change my answer. Paul Heyman.
That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
That's a real good one.
But MJ, bro, like just the MJF's up there because I mean his promo after Forbidden Door in the
he's
back,
number 3
like
for me.
he's just
he's number 3 for me.
Yeah.
I just can't put him past Roddy Piper yet. Because it doesn't mean that he won't get past Roddy Piper because he's still got a lot more shit to do. But man, Piper was so unhit. Bro, Piper, you didn't know he was shoot or not. I remember I saw an interview with Bill Maher's original show. I forgot what it's called. And this motherfucker had Sting, Medusa, Roddy Piper on. And he was like, well, he asked him, he's like, your wrestling is fake. You know, everything is fake. And he was like, fake? That motherfucker stood the fuck up, unbuckled his pants on live TV, pulled his pants down. Still replaced him.
Yeah.
Broken wrist.
The Bruce.
You ask Martha Hart if it's fake on Hart's mother when he died. And he put Bill Maher in his place. Did you see that? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that for sure.
Bro, I was gonna say, if you haven't, I will send you the fucking link to that shit and watch. That shit is amazing. And Sting had that look like, you done set him off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, man. Roddy
we
Piper.
about to get in a fight, big dog.
Roddy Piper, that guy. Matter of fact, here's a chop right here before we get into the rest of Cash and Clary. Underrated, overrated, or properly rated Roddy Piper right now.
I think he's properly rated, bro. I think people give him his respect, bro. I really do.
I think he's overrated. I think he's underrated. He's underrated to me.
Underrated.
I don't think he when you mention Mount Rushmore's, when you mention greatest of all time, his name is never to be nowhere near up here. Everybody is so current with theirs. They're so quick to put what they see at the moment over what they didn't see in the past. And to me, Roddy Piper, bro, like I've seen him in WWE, I've seen him in WCW. He always had that. I'm gonna tell you, the one factor that I love about pro wrestling and the wrestlers, you gotta make me believe that shit real. And when Roddy Piper spoke, he made me thought that shit was fucking real, bro. Like I was like, there's no way in hell you can every single time. He drew me in just how animated he was. Roddy Piper to me was underrated.
Yeah. I think he's properly rated. I think he's right there at properly rated, bro. For sure. Bro, but we go the last match of Clash and Paris, as we've been calling it for weeks. Punk, Rollins, Jay, LA Knight. I think this match is going to be a dud. It's going to be Seth Rollins. Do we get a new member of the Rollins clan? What do you think?
We definitely going to get interference because it's a fatal 4-way match. There's no fucking rules. So we're going to get interference from Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed. Seth is going to retain. Do we get a new member of the Division? If we do, who do you think it will be?
I mean, the internet wants Austin Theory. I don't see that.
I don't see that.
I think maybe Braun Breaker's cousin, the son of Scott Steiner. Maybe.
Wait, what?
I'm throwing it out there.
Okay.
Scott Steiner's son has signed a deal, so
give me Ethan Page.
I would love that, bro. Ethan Page. Okay, I know you don't watch NXT, but Ethan Page and Chelsea Green are doing their thing in NXT right now with the Canadian Alliance or whatever they're called. Yeah, they're doing their thing down there, bro.
Yeah, they sure is.
So
give me this guy. Yeah. Give me Ethan Page.
This guy. Yeah,
that's my guy.
That shit's fucking lame.
I thought you was like that shit. You say that shit's. I like that shit, bro.
No.
Ethan Page, bro. Give me Ethan Page, man.
Yeah.
Again, it's the
Yeah.
little things that like no one's doing that shit. I've never seen anybody do that shit. So it's unique. I
Yeah.
fuck with it. And in the game,
Yeah.
in the industry where so many copycats, it's hard to be original. So I gotta give props where props due. Ethan
Yeah.
Page. Let me tell you something. One thing I will say, from the AEW to WWE, Ethan Page really showed his fucking ass in NXT. AEW really misused Ethan Page. I would say that shit.
Yeah.
He's a star.
Bring him up. Bring him up.
Bring him up.
Bring him
man.
up.
Like, why is he
Yeah.
staying in NXT so long? This is crazy.
There's no storyline for him. That's what I'm saying, bro. They WWE makes their storyline so far out that there's no storyline for him to get in. That's all I've always felt, bro. And
So
I think
remember-
that's WWE's problem, is that they think it too far out.
That they can't make adjustments on the fly. I will say this.
Yeah.
This is why when everybody was on the Jey Uso hype train and shit, I was like, bro, he's only gonna do this. Be here. And they showing us. He's just an extra at this point. Upper mid Carter. That's all he ever gonna be. He's not main event. That name does not suit him. And it's not because it's a knock on Jay. I don't think the company sees him as a main event type of guy. Just like LA Knight. They don't see him as a main event type of guy. The only people they see main event type of guys is CM Punk, Rollins, Roman, and future Braun Breaker. Am I missing somebody? They don't even see
Cody.
Drew McIntyre as a fucking main eventer, bro. Oh, and Cody.
We'll see. We'll see what happens at WrestlePalooza.
WrestlePalooza. Wow. Well, here's a WrestlePalooza for y'all motherfuckers. My name is Steph Ronan. And that's my main man, Aaron McKee. And that concludes this week's Word on the Street. Like, comment, subscribe. Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Doesn't matter where you at. We there with you all day, every day. Until next time, drink a Woo energy drink. Tune in to 44 Hills Podcast. Keep that shit real. Keep it lit. There's no tribalism in our criticism. Until next time, deuces. Ooses.